Let's have a look what's inside this baby. I'm really excited about this. So, it's been a bit long overdue this, and maybe I haven't been as verbal about this as perhaps I've been in my head, but it is a new PFD. But this is a PFD with a difference. This is the NRS Chinook Offshore. So let's get rid of that box. I had to buy this from Germany because this is the new version. It's a shame because the old version was black with a little bit of red. This is all red. Obviously it's a bit safer, I guess, but you know, I like the understated look better. But it is the new model. I don't really know what's different between the old and the new. But I bought this for a number of reasons. I'll go through those right now. So why have I bought this? Well, actually, I've been probably not verbalised this on the channel, but in my head, I've been wanting a new one of these for blooming ages. But there's so many of them that I've got no idea. I've had no idea, you know, what I wanted. So I've been looking, and you know how you get like overloaded with all the different ones, and then you don't, and then you just think, I'll just stick with what I got. But I do have a number of problems with my PFD and a number of wants from having a PFD. So here is my old PFD. And to be honest with you, it's been admirable as a first one, and it still will be useful. It's a little bit worse for wear. I think the lake does take its toll on, the lake water does take its toll on things. You know, it's a bit grotty, but it's still good. It's still good, still plenty of life in it yet. The things I liked about this was the pocket. I mean, having your mobile phone on you is just, you know it's there. And most mobile phones these days are waterproof. So my own little mobile phone goes in there. You know, I know I've got internet, a phone call, stuff like that. I also share my location on Google and another app I've got, which I forget the name of. So, you know, that's always ticking away in there. You can put keys in here, but I did notice these holes go through here. So I have noticed, or this, which hole is it? Goes through. I have noticed the keys end up sticking, it's this hole out of there. So it's not ideal for stuff like that. But it does work, it's okay. But the pocket is very, very flat. You can't get much in there. And this is cheap. It's sort of, I think when I bought it was about £40-45. They're now about £55-60, something like that. And yeah, you know, it kind of does the job. But there's a lot of things that are not right with this for me. The two most important things that aren't right with this for me, perhaps if I stick this on, I'll take my glasses off. If I actually fit it. First of all, I don't really like this zip up thing on the side here and the clip. The zip just comes undone all the time. So if you don't clip it in, that zip comes undone, and I don't think it matters too much, but it's not great. It is, let me give you a better view of me here. It is too small for me. When I look at myself in the mirror, I mean, it's really tiny, this is. Now, this one here is the same buoyancy. I think they're both 50N, but it does feel a bit bulkier, even taking the pockets away from it. So we'll come on to that in a minute. The other thing I don't like about this is that when you're in the water, it does this, and you are like that. So if you go and look in the channel and you find me swimming, Cold Shock is a good one. You'll see me swimming, and this thing's like up here, and you can see it's you know. So, and there's no way of stopping that. There's no way of stopping it. It just doesn't fit properly. I think if it was sat a little lower, it would fit and it wouldn't come up so much. So that's not great. And the other thing I don't like about this is that it's a little bit basic for me. I need more pockets. So I'm not a kayaker or a dinghy or a racer where I'd wear this, just have your phone or something in there. I want a bit more in that. So I've just looked at my camera's telling me the battery's about to run out. So let me change that and I'll come back to the rest and I'll come back to what I like about the new one. If you're cruising on a dinghy, you want to hold on to things like knives, radios, all kinds of bits and bobs that ideally are on your person. So I found attaching stuff to here quite difficult. My PFD it is uncomfortable having it here. It kind of folds this up and it digs in a little bit, and if you have things that are uncomfortable, you tend to sort of take them off or not use them, and then that defeats the object of having them. The other thing about this is, I don't know whether it's this design or the way it's built, but it doesn't support your head or encourage you to go on your back at all. Now, I know a PFD isn't technically designed to do that. PFD is designed to give you a little bit of buoyancy, but you're still able to swim and self-rescue your boat, things like that. I don't want to get into that debate right now. But the design of this is such that I believe this will help you. I don't think it flips you onto your back. I think if you go onto your back, it will support your head a lot more. So when you're solo like me, and you may knock yourself out, well, that's something that might just be a benefit. Who knows? I mean, I'm not going to scare people into that. The chances of that kind of thing happening are so remote. Anyway, let's come on to this. The first thing I want to show you is I've just got this basket here contains all my sort of seagoing stuff. So the first thing is this has a dedicated VHF pocket. Now this is a really big VHF radio. It's probably the biggest you can get. It's got really good power and all of that, but it's, the battery's great, but it is big. So let me just, how do we do that? You do that and then push it out. Just going to get rid of the clip because that's really bulky. So that should go in this pocket. You've got the double, let's try and show you here. If I sit down, you've got this double zip pocket. So wherever the aerial sticks out, you've now got this pocket with the radio in. Now that is great because that means I can at all times have my radio on me, which I think is really good. There's a lot of debate on the forums about people who, do you keep your radio on you? Do you keep it on the boat? Ideally, even on a lugger, which is a big dinghy, you want to keep your radio on you if possible. Now, it's not got the clip, but you don't need the clip if it's pocketed like that. And, it will encourage me to wear my PFD. I'm really chuffed with that. That's the first thing. Let's leave it in. That's the first thing that I like about it. The other thing, obviously you can see, let's have a look. There are other pockets here. Now, these are awesome. They've got these little, can you see that? They've got these little tabs built in. So the pocket doesn't flap all the way down. So if you've got something in there, then, it's not gonna kind of go like that, So that's quite nice, if you've got money even in there or something. The other thing is the pockets have all got, I think this one's the same, he says, not having opened it yet. Yeah, they've got some nice little pockets in here. This is another pocket there with a key ring attachment. So the other pockets are really good now. So yeah, I'm really pleased with all these pockets. I'm really pleased with them. Two things that I would love to have on my person. The first is obviously that PFD. Now, the PFD, there are these, I don't know what these are called. They have a special name. Now, this one is a little bit strange because of this in it. But let's have a little look, see if we can maybe get this PFD to work. What you have to do, you do it with there, is click this yellow holder, put the yellow holder on first. But I wonder, Yeah, interesting that. I wonder if we could get something to click on it. But what's nice about this is if we get this on the right way, so we do it that way, I wonder if we can get that through there. Now, it's going to be a struggle, that, but I think we could. I think we can. But the other thing is these other loops here, look. So let's just put that on there for now, like that. And then we'll click the, there we go. Click that back in there now. So you can see you can put that on there. You could also put it up here on the straps here once adjusted. You've also got rear attachment point here and here. So you could actually put it on your back. Not sure if that's a great idea, but you know, that will go there. I reckon we'll get a thing to put it here. What I like about this is, you know, you've got access to the antenna there, which is good. You know, you've got everything where it needs to be. Can it go through there, do you think? Let's take this off. It's not a big deal. Let's just check. The only thing you see is we don't want to be having to, well, there you go. We don't want to have to take this thing off and on and lose the batteries. But look at that. If you're in the water, that is not going to go anywhere. That's not going out of there, and that's not going out of there. So, I mean, you know, you've got your LED flare on there. So you can put it on, I guess, like this. Or I think what you do with this one. So I think what you do with this one is you get all the straps how you need them, and then you enter and exit through the zip on the front, like that. There we go. Now it's a little bit loose on me at the moment, which is good, but yeah, I don't feel anything. Do I feel that? Oh no, that's not that I feel. So, you know, oh yeah, that's right down here. I can live with that, all of that. That's not too close. I mean, you could, yeah, you could do that. Keep that just sane there. I like that. I like this. So once you get to grips with the zip, you know, there we go. Let's just do that. Yeah, mobile phone comes in and out. Lovely. Now, what I was told on this one, or what I read, was there's a way of having a little strap to stop it going up. But if you look carefully at this, let me show you. Look how low these straps are. So once they're kind of done up, I mean, this is a bit crude, you know, but you have to, I'll take my time doing this up and making sure it fits properly. But look at that. That is because these straps are lower than sort of my rib cage, whereas these ones were right up here, that it's not going to slip up as much. So, you know, that's pretty cool. These straps do need a quick tighten. There we go. Just make me feel safe. The lovely little thing about this as well is, look at this, watch this. Those have a little, look at that. Once you're set, they tuck away down here. Now, let's have a little play with this radio. That's a little bit tight. If you have, I mean, this is the 94E ICOM. I think ideally I would have bought a smaller radio, and that would be beautiful in there with a smaller radio. But let's just put the clip back on, and that's it, and see what happens if you put that in there. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to poke my eye out with that, but that's kind of how I do it now. Or will that go in there? Don't think that's designed to go through there. You've got, I mean, I don't think that tether point would be ideal, but you could also, what I do now is slide it in the pocket a little bit. So if I want it out the way a little bit, you know, you can do that. You know, if you know you're coming into port or something, or you see someone on the horizon, you know, you've got a way of doing it, or maybe it's better in this one, you know. Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's quite secure actually. So, you know, you can have it there as well. I like that. Because this one, because the zip's across and it comes up there, you have to kind of have it up here. So, you know, I mean, really, that is the spot, isn't it? Oh, it doesn't fit with this on it though. So let's just try and get that off again. I mean, that you can just stick in here, can't you? And you can even bring it along with for the ride, you know, if you decide you want to clip it. But why would you clip it when it sits there? It's awesome, isn't it? So yeah, first look at this. I'm really excited about it. It's exactly what I want. There are loads of other ones, but this is the only one I could find with a radio pocket and also this pocket. The other Chinook Fishing has kind of this pocket both sides. As you can see, it wouldn't be ideal. I mean, just for fits and giggles, let's take the phone out of there and then let's put this in there. You know, would that go in there? It's not ideal. It's a chunky monkey. It's not bad, is it? It's not bad, actually. You know, it's an option, isn't it? But having it here is brilliant. I love it. The PLB, I don't even know it's there. So that is brilliant. I love that. And actually, this thing on the back, I don't even know. I forgot that was there. I don't feel it. I can see how this would come up. And look at that. So if I show you this, look, when you're obviously when you're in the water, this will come up a tickle. And look at this. Yeah, you didn't get that at all with that one. So I could see how, you get a little bit of a rest on the head there. And this it will come up, but there's so many tether points that you could easily create a little strap like you have on a life jacket that go under the crotch if you really wanted. But you don't really need that. So I'm really chuffed with this. Looking at the overall package, the quality is great. I mean, this is a Cruise Saver. The quality of this, I've always liked how thick and robust that feels. But this is, I'd say it's a tickle lighter weight, but it is ripstop nylon. Or, well, whatever it is, polyester or nylon. And I do like that. The getting it on and off like this is sublime. And that zip does feel good. It does feel quite chunky. And it sits quite nicely when it's off. It doesn't fall off, things like that. So it's nice actually being able to do that, you know, eat and not maybe spill stuff down it. I don't know. That is designed for a fishing rod. So you're supposed to actually have a fishing rod and it just goes there to give you a little bit of hands-free. But that could be used for a lot of stuff, that could. You have to be wary that it might come undone. But, you know, if you just want a pen or somewhere to stick something for a little minute, that will work. You can buy special little lines, there you go, that go through them. And things tether to these. So you've got one there, one there. I think there was a couple on the bottom, one there, and one this side. So anything else that can just tether to those, you know, they're a lot stronger than they look actually. I like this, I really do. The other thing is the fit for me. So I'm 44-inch chest, and I'm a big guy, you know, I realise I'm a big guy, 6 foot, 44-inch chest, and I'm currently 15 and a half, just over, near a 16 stone. And this has got, in fact, you know, yeah, it's ample. I'm right in the middle of the range. So the L/XL on these fits people from, I think it's like 42 to 52 inch chest. So plenty of room. And as you can see at the top here, I'm actually on, I am on the shorter side of it. So, you know, you won't probably, I don't know who the hell wears the XXL, because you'd have to be huge to wear that, Arnold Schwarzenegger or something, but there we go. So yeah, I'm really chuffed with this, and you'll see a lot of this on the channel. When I've worn it a bit, I'll do a little review on it, let you know all the pros and cons of it, but right now I'm struggling to see any cons of the thing, so let's hope that bodes well for the season.